Welcome to Behind the Lines, coming to you from the socialist, Marxist lines of Washington State. It's a crazy liberal petri dish for the rest of the country, folks. Stay up to date with all the great news right here. So it kind of feels like this COVID thing is winding down a little bit. New cases throughout the U.S. were like less than 50,000 yesterday, which is the lowest they've ever been. I know they keep talking about all these new strains, and I think they're trying to scare people, but it doesn't really seem to be working like it did before. And I know we've got all the economic fallout that's going to come after this, but you just have to wonder what is going to be the next control mechanism. And honestly, I think I've found it. There was a report on February 13th by the Sarah Carter Show, and also The Sun reported on this, but it's about UFOs. And this is a recent report that a FOIA request revealed that the Pentagon has been testing material discovered from UFO crashes. And this article says, in another stunning admission, the Pentagon has revealed that it has obtained and tested wreckage from unidentified flying objects that have crashed on Earth, according to numerous pages declassified in a Freedom of Information letter shared with the Sun media outlet. According to a report in the Sun, Anthony Braghelli's FOIA request to the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, which requested details of all UFO material, was approved for public release. Braghelia shared the information with the Sun, which published the documents. Documents stipulate that the United States DoD has conducted tests on material that had been collected from wreckage that allegedly was not from Earth. The discovery of advanced life outside of our planet would be one of the biggest revelations for mankind and would literally change the way we view ourselves and our universe. So, isn't this a confirmation of life off of Earth if these are non-Earth objects? I mean, to me, this is the next thing. This is the next thing that's going to happen is aliens, and it's going to be used as a control mechanism that we should all be terrified. You know, Trump already had the Space Force thing going. You know, Reagan even had the Star Wars deal back in the 80s. I think this has been a long time coming, and they're just trying to figure out how they're going to do it. I don't necessarily believe in extraterrestrial life, but I do think the government would use this as a control mechanism against the population. And if you look into things like Project Bluebeam or Blue Book, this is a laser type projector that the government has developed, and if you read up on it, the purpose of it was to actually use it during war to basically project military units and personnel that weren't actually there in order to scare the enemy into thinking that they're facing a bigger size force than what they are. So what's to say they couldn't take something like that and, you know, project UFOs, project aliens, scare the population? I don't know. I mean, this is tinfoil hat stuff that I wouldn't normally delve into, but there just seems to be more and more of this UFO stuff being posted in the media, and it's not getting a lot of traction nationally, but I think this is something you need to keep an eye on. You know, I guess my question would be if these aliens are so smart that they can fly across the universe to Earth, why did they get here and then crash? You know, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me that this would be some kind of frequent thing. I mean, if you compare it to how often we have airline crashes or spacecraft that crash, these beings would have to be a lot more intelligent than us to make this trip, I would assume. and yet it seems like they crash an awful lot when they get to Earth. Why is that? It does not make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, it's just something to think about. I thought everybody should know about this. If you haven't seen it, go check out the article. It's interesting, but I don't know. I think this is the next big thing coming to use against us to control the population in whatever way or manipulate us. So let me know what you think. Check out the article. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys have a great day. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Behind the Line podcast. I hope you will subscribe to the channel so you can get regular updates. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, I hope you will also like it, share it, and subscribe on YouTube as well. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Spreaker. We're on various other podcast platforms. And you can find me on LinkedIn under John Washington. Again, thank you for listening. We appreciate your support.